Hey, what's up, guys? Today we are working. I don't know why I always say we. I always say we. Me. I guess you guys too. But we are working on a 2017 Nissan Rogue. It is all-wheel drive. So they're complaining that they hear a binding, clicking, rubbing noise when turning. Test drove it. Doesn't matter if you turn left or right, you're making sharp turns, slow speeds, you feel the binding. You can hear it in the rear end. So these all-wheel drive system, rear differential, final drive unit, whatever you want to call it. They have a coupler. These couplers, I don't know how common they are, but I've seen them fail on other vehicles. Ford Escape, I'm not sure what years, but when I was working at the Ford dealership, we saw quite a few of them. But so on this Nissan, this coupler, for that issue, to help diagnose, you disconnect the connector, the electric connector for that coupler. You disconnect it, go test drive it. If the noise goes away, that tells you it is the coupler. But in this case, this Rogue is a little worse than that. It is also making a howling, humming noise, so like a bearing noise. I am not sure if that's part of the coupler. I will take it apart and inspect it, but I already let the customer know. I already diagnosed this. I let them know because I did disconnect it and the noise went away, but except for the howling, bearing type noise, that's still present. So anyways, I let them know. They went ahead and got a used unit, which comes all one piece. So we're gonna swap those out real quick and then go from there. I am curious to know if it's just the coupler, so I don't know if I'll just replace that only, if it's worth it, or either way, I'll remove this one and inspect it and see what happens. So if you have a Nissan Rogue, this is a 2017, I don't know what, I'd have to look it up to see what years are similar. You know, there's always that span of years from so to so, years that are the same system, same setup. But here, now that we have it up in the air, I'll show you. So if you crawl underneath, if you're having the issue where it's clicking when turning, or you know, clicking noise, a bump noise, whatever you might describe it as, go underneath. This connector is on the final drive unit. This is the coupler. You can see where it bolts on. But this is your coupler, so you disconnect this connector, go drive it. If it goes away, this right here is your problem. So I have not done one of these before, but we're about to find out. So that's your first diagnostic tip there. So go from there, drive it. If that fixes it, you know what you're going after. If there's further noise such as howling, like this one, grinding type noise, bearing noise, it might be the whole assembly. Like I said, we have it here. Customer brought it in, hoping that one's good, hoping that came out of a used 2017 Nissan Rogue. I crossed part numbers on both bins and they show the same part number, so we'll go from there. There we have it, test driving the Nissan Rogue, 2017 Nissan Rogue. That coupler was bad. Like I said, went ahead and replaced the whole assembly, the whole unit, the rear final drive assembly, because that's how it came from the wrecking yard, salvage yard, junk yard, your local used parts. You pick, you buy, location, whatever you want to call it. But right now I'm just trying to find a spot to turn around. But yeah, so the problem was the binding and the bearing, howling, grinding noise. So I've already done a few U-turns and verified, made sure it's all good to go. So there you go. You have a clicking, binding noise in the rear of your Nissan Rogue when turning. most likely culprit is your electronic coupler. Sorry. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.